Hello.
What is up, guys, gals and minions? It has been Proxy, and as you can see here, we are about to jump into Oddworld, new and freaking tasty, and I cannot wait to show you this game. I'm so excited. It's going to be a brand new experience to me, thanks to Just Add Water for actually allowing me to have a review copy so I can show you this game, because I am such a huge, massive, humongous fan of this franchise. It is so awesome. It's one of my favourite games from my childhood. Well, the original Abe's Oddysee was one of my favourite games of my childhood, and it's so fantastic. This studio has been able to remaster this game for us in the modern age with brand new graphics, new cutscenes, and even getting Lorne Lanning, the original creator of the Oddworld franchise, to even do the voice work again for Abe. So if you hear him speak, that is the creator talking, which is so awesome. Now this game is actually kind of like a platformer slash puzzle game. It's really awesome. I'm not really generally into puzzle games, but this game's the art style of this game, the humor, just the charm is just so fantastic. And so it made me so addicted to it in my past, and I remember playing it over and over again because it was just so addicting, just because of the world that they've created. It's just so fantastic. But minions, comment section below, let me know, are you a massive fan of the Oddworld franchise too? What's your favourite game? Was it Abe's Oddysee? Was it Abe's Exodus? Was it Munch's Oddysee? Was it Stranger's Wrath? I would love to know. There were just the entire franchise is just perfect. I just loved every single entry. But anyway, no further ado, we're going to jump into the game speak first, because, I mean, it's one of the first things you do when turning on an Oddworld game. So, the game speak, if you do not know what Abe's Oddysee is all about, is basically your main communication feature when talking to the inhabitants of the world that you're in. So, if you're talking to your friends in the game, if you're talking to the enemies, or even just creatures in general, they all react in a different way when you talk to them. So, let's say I press up on the D-pad, Abe will say,
hello.
Yeah, and then your friends or enemies will greet you or shoot you in the face, which is obviously really sucky. If you press right on the D-pad, your friends will obviously
follow me.
Yeah, they'll follow you. If you press down,
wait.
He'll tell them to wait, and they'll wait in case there's danger ahead. And then let's say it's a massive group of your chums that you want all in a massive group together to follow you to safety. You would obviously say,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Abe's voice is fantastic, and it's great that it still sounds the same as the past. Maybe Lorne Lanning has been like in some kind of frozen incubator all this time. I have no freaking clue. But anyway, you also have a different bunch of other interactions if you hold down the R2 button. Now you can also whistle. You can fart. Do you think Lorne Lanning actually recorded his own fart? I don't even want to know. You can also whistle a second time in a different way. Okay, cool. And then finally, you can laugh. Now, from what I remember, the whistling is actually for a puzzle segment throughout the entire game. So, like, you'll come across all these different puzzles that require you to do... I don't know, it's really unique. This is what I mean. It's really cool little things. So you'll be having to do, like, different voice patterns, remembering how to do them all in, like, a different row and setup. It's really awesome. And finally, obviously, you can also chant. The chanting is actually part of the game's main combat feature, which is that Abe's a scrawny little fellow, and so he can't actually take enemies on one-on-one. So he actually has to use the chanting to take over their minds, control them, so he can get past other dangers ahead of him and take down these enemies with, well, their enemy friends. So you can actually take over an enemy and then shoot his enemy friend in the face, and then explode him, and then continue on your merry way. I mean, look, Abe looks excited, don't you think? He wants to do this shizzle, so we're gonna do it. Oh, he's just so cute. He's just so cute. What do you think, means? I mean, this is such an amazing, monumental day for me. I've been waiting so long to see a proper HD re-release of the original Oddworld game, should I say. But anyway, play a game. Now, from what I remember, they actually have a difficulty selection in this game now. In the original game, it was always on default hard. You could never change the difficulty whatsoever. The game was incredibly difficult later on in its future segments. And so, we'll read through these and see what they're like. For players on easy, who'd rather enjoy the scenery than dodge bullets and teeth, a gentle introduction to Oddworld. So that's kind of cool, that's kind of awesome. It's very welcoming as well, because as I said, the titles in each and every one of them are rather difficult, apart from Stranger's Wrath. And so it's great that they're allowing to do this, so children and stuff, but what's great is that any age can actually enjoy this game now without getting incredibly frustrated. Normal. Their recommended choice, though, truly deep down, I'm sure they recommend that you do that one. Normal, challenging but fair, the way nature intended. Nothing too taxing, but you'll be needing those chat points. And then finally hard for mudokons who've already completed the Oddysee. This mode's for sure shot sligs, deadly creatures, lethal traps, and classic health, which I think means one shot and you're dead. So for normal, for all intents and purposes, we're going to be doing this on default, just so we can see what this game is like, and hopefully not make a fool of myself. But anyway, means we're going to jump into this Oddworld new and tasty. Here we go.
Follow me. This is Rupture Farms. They say it's the biggest meat processing plant on Oddworld. I used to work here. Well, I was really a slave, like all the others. Me. My name is Abe. I was Employee of the Year. Now I'm dead meat. I crossed the meanest boss in the world. Mullet the Gluckin. My whole life changed in just one day. I was working late one night at Rupture Farms. We used to make meat munchies. Until the meaches were through. We still made pearmite pies. And we made some good scram cakes, too. I thought I had a good job, but that was before I knew how we'd make new and tasty. I was still to find. The truth, it turned out. Now that would blow my mind. The Gluckins were scared, because profits were grim. Paramites and scrabs had been turning up thin.
As you can see, things are going down. Watch.
But Mullet was cool.
Show him.
He had a plan.
How?
This new kind of meat? What? It was us!
We got a lot of mudokons. We'll chop them up.
I just had to escape. I just had to be free, and I didn't even know I had a destiny. So, get me out of here!
Oh man, that was amazing. Oh, great. I love the art style, it's so fantastic. That is a lot of slicks. In the original game, you just had one dude at the start chasing you, but it seems you have 5 now, which kind of has me worried. Okay, let's get the fudge out of here. Now, also in the original game, I'm going to be referencing the original game quite a bit. You actually had to hold R1 or was it R2 to actually run and then sprint. It was such a weird way of doing things, and obviously it's quite annoying, but in this game now, you just have to actually hold it down or just lightly press it, which is really cool. I like that. Another thing that you may or may not notice if you never played the original game too, is that the game was actually made on a 2D surface in a way, and so everything was kind of like a 3D, 2D plane, but this game now is all in complete 3D perspective. Everything's a 3D model, which is really, really cool, so it's in the modern age in a way, but the original games were still really gorgeous and beautiful to this day. They've aged incredibly well. But anyway, let's move onwards. So, how do we interact? He's telling me to walk. That's so awesome. What are they called? Idle animations? Remember when Sonic used to do things like that? But still, anyway. Square is to press that button. Let's get the fudge out of here through this door. Actually, saying that, there's one thing we need to test out. If I run at this wall, yeah, you can still run into walls. Wait, how do you actually go through the door? Oh, squares. Oh, okay, so originally you had to press up on the D-pad, but they've changed that too now. Oh, okay, it's just we're just gonna do this. We're gonna be safe. Now, what are we? Oh, great. So X to jump. Triangle used to be the jump button, but now it's X. That's kind of making me nervous a little bit. So does that mean you have to do right and then X? We'll give this a go. We'll see if it works. Wait, okay, you slide a little bit. Be careful. He's got butter toes, not butter fingers, butter toes. Oh my goodness! You see what I mean? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We've experienced it now. You can actually get exploded into chunks, just the way I remember. So, basically, every single movement that you do is got to be picture perfect. You got to make sure that anything that you do doesn't get you killed. So, let's try that again. So, right and X. Okay, cool, cool. So let's go to the edge this time. Let's not try and do a run and jump. I don't think I'm very good at that. And again. Ooh, you were lucky there. Right, what have we got here? Oh, wait, look, there's a sleeping slick. So, how do we sneak? L1. So you got to hold L1 and then you can... Yeah, basically as you can see there. It's so awesome. I mean, if you don't love this game, then there is something deeply wrong with you. Just everything screams charm. It's fantastic. So wait a minute. Is there actually anything beyond that point? I mean, there could have been an extra... Ah, there's a lever there. Now, one thing we can actually do, as I mentioned, is take over enemies. So if I hold L2 and R2, this dude's going to be my mind bitch. There we go, cool. Now we can actually control the slick, which is fantastic. Who finds an automatic machine gun shotgun. I don't know how that works, but it's great, I guess. So, what happens when I press this button? Now, obviously, if I use aim to open that lever, that means that the slick would wake up and he would shoot him in the face, which would obviously kind of suck. So, if we press this, I've actually turned off the electrical field that was just over here. Awesome, easy little puzzle segment. And if you're done with your chum, you just hold L2 and R2 and let them go to freedom. So let's move onwards then. Oh, here we go. First friend. Now, the entire point of this game is to save your chums. You must get the fudge out of here with your friends. How you do this? You guide them to bird portals. Don't ask why it's bird portals. So, we could press this lever and drop him down a mine shaft, but I'm thinking we do this properly. We move to the right side of the lever and then we drop him. Now, you may notice on the scoreboard that actually says 1 casualty and the employee number has gone down. So the main objective to this game is to actually get 299 dudes to the end of the game. And then if you do that, you actually get 2 different endings, which is fantastic. So you get a bad ending and a good ending. So you got a lot to work towards, minions. Anyway, let's move onwards. So, press square to ride the elevator. Ooh, wait a minute, no! Okay, I'm kind of dead. This game is all about trial and error, and we walked round to that dude, which was a really, really bad idea. So if we go back, it might... Is that electrical field on? Oh, it's still on again. Okay, wait a minute. If we just do this to this dude again... There you go. My mind bitch once more. He's obviously into that. Now, we can actually take this one step further, actually. We can even take this dude to the other end of the map. And when I do this, you may notice the little slig sleeping over here that just shot us in the face. Now, I can actually talk to him just like Abe could talk to his friends. Yeah? That's kind of cool, don't you think? Let's see what else we can do. And then, obviously, you can kill him and save the day, which is really, really awesome. And then, finally, we pop him! And now the entire environment is safe for us to roam around in, which is excellent, which is awesome. So now we can actually go save our little chum a little bit easier. So, if we press...
Hello. Hello. Follow me.
There we go, cool. And now we need to try and find the bird portal that dude needs to go through. Was it on the left side? Was it on the right side? Actually, what if we take him up the elevator? Let's give that a go. I have to say, the visual style of this game is really, really good. Oh, there's another little dude there. Right, so how do you actually... I've forgotten how you get all of them to follow you. So you have to press R2 and then left. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Right, so let's just get the other dude as well. I can't remember actually how you get all of them. Okay, why don't we just open the portal? That's an easier way. There we go. Also, we've saved 2 employees. Fantastic, amazing, excellent. So let's go through this door and see where we go next. Fleeing deeper into the grinding lines than ever before, but not long ago, Abe was just waxing floors. Ah, we've got another chum here. 3 chums! Okay, that's fantastic. So, it seems that he wants us to experiment with talking to our fellow little mudokons. So if we press up to say hello. There we go, awesome. Now, the one thing we want to try and do is get them all to talk to us.
Hi. Hello. Hey there.
Now, I can't actually remember how you do that. If we actually, wait, if we actually go into the game speak a second, let's just find out. It seems that I have fudged up a little bit here. So to get everyone to follow you, you press... Really? I pressed left once. Let's try that again then.
Everybody.
There we go, fantastic. We have all 3 following us. So now if we take them to the bird portal, which I hope is over here. Should we probably sneak? I'm thinking we sneak. Look, guys.
Hey, chum. Hello. Follow me. Okay.
Right, let's creep this time. Hopefully there's no enemies above us, but you never know. Oh, there's another dude here.
Everybody.
And then free the minions. And as you can see there, we've got even more people saved. And don't forget as well that they will remember this kind deed. That's the main thing to remember here as well. Right, so it seems we're going up there now. But first you must scare some space pigeons. Ooh. It's kind of weird because in the original game, everything was kind of like a single level. So when you moved on to a different area, it had like a bit of a loading screen to it. But now it's like a full-on transition, which is really weird in a way. And it's taking a little bit of time to get used to. Ooh. Wait a minute.
Hello.
Right, I probably shouldn't have said hello to him then. Right, so what should we do here? We could do that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm innocent, but at the same time, it's actually part of the game, which is really odd, don't you think? Because you can actually be a really bad butthole, but then you can also be a really nice guy. But even if you kill your friends in the game, there's still slight amounts of humor to it, which is really, really awesome. Now, I'm going to actually show you something really cool here. There's actually a hidden area from the past, and it's kind of like a little homage, I guess you could say. Do you think that's cool? I mean, that's awesome. Ooh, right, we've got a bit of a challenge here. Now, the first thing we can't do is mind jack this dude, because you may notice that massive red robot from the original level that we were just in. Now, what we need to do here is something a little bit more clever. What if we drop down? Oh, okay, that was a bit of a bad idea. Let's just keep moving. It seems we've lost one of our chums. Right. How do we pull this off? Now, on the left side is actually a grenade dispenser, so I'm thinking we try and get that grenade dispenser. What do you think? Actually, what if I did a run and jump? Do you think that might work? We're gonna give this a go. Ooh, he didn't see us, which is fantastic. Wait a minute! Ooh, that was close. Okay, now, how are we gonna do this? This is gonna be a bit tricky. I think it's gonna definitely be a bit tricky. Now, one thing I noticed is that when I'm dropping down, he's kind of hearing me. What if you hold L1 and then drop? No, that's not working. Actually, wait a minute. It seems like we get a little bit of time to pull the lever and then turn around. Do you think this might actually work? It might work. Right, here we go. So we're gonna... Ooh, that was lucky. That was very, very lucky indeed. Now we can just walk across. Kind of. Excellent. And now we can actually get a grenade. Oh, wait a minute. Right, let's pick up that grenade. There we go, fantastic. We actually have 5 grenades now, which is useful. So we can actually use them in a weapon as a way, but they're limited in supply and they're very, very deadly. Now, to use the grenades, I'm not entirely sure. That's how you use the grenade. Hey, everyone makes mistakes. Don't blame me. It's... Okay, fine. I may have made Abe's rectum eat a grenade. I'll admit it. I will take responsibility. But I know that we can overcome this challenge. Oh, boy. We're gonna screw this up. Stop being on your little... Stop it! That was really, really mean. He's gonna get his comeuppance, minions, don't you worry. It says wait for him to fall asleep, and then we're gonna make our move. Here we go, here we go. Right, drop down quick. Ooh, that was lucky, that was close. Next thing we need to do is do a run and jump just over here, and a 1, and a 2, and a... Yeah, be careful! Whew, he nearly saw us. And in the original game, if they saw you and fired a gunshot off, they would actually kill your friends because they're busy working, and it would just be an idle gunshot, which would just hit them in the face, and that would be it. Next thing you need to try and do, though, is get that little switch. Can we pull it off, though? Here we go. Jump up quick! Whoa, that was close. We did it, like a boss, like a boss. Let's get those grenades. Okay. Right, next thing we need to do is throw the grenades out. We've got 5 grenades, so here we go. So if we hold down the right analog stick, we might be able to pull this off. Right, I can do this. Just rub my hands together. Right analog stick. And then throw. Ooh, and we got him! Awesome, first try, excellent. Like Batman. Right, next thing we need to do is get the next dude, which is just up there. But if we walk to him, I might end up screwing myself, so maybe we should wait for him to fall asleep, climb up, and then throw it? Drop! And we got him, minions! Excellente! Final thing we need to do is take down that little red drone thing, and then we should be able to get all my little friends out of there. And a 1, and a 2, and a throw. Hey, at least it was only one of them! In war, there will always be sacrifices! Even if they're accidents. Nobody saw anything! Or at least just 2 of you! Okay, well, let's try and get the other guys then. Guys, you're not listening to me.
Hey, chum. Hello. Follow me.
Everybody this way! And then freedom, minions. Okay, so we got the majority of them out there, but remember that you can use your quick save and quick load to possibly get them all the fudge out there, which is really, really awesome. Now, the final thing is, how do we get out of here? It seems that the portal there has stayed open for us, which is fantastic. Excellent! Freedom! And now we can continue on with our adventure. Oh boy, that was tense. Anything? And back to where we were. But it seems that the original mudokon who was sat near that little empty hole thing has now died. So, first thing we're going to do is... Wait a minute, actually. Did anyone else hear a slig? If we just get my chum here.
Hi. Hello. Follow me.
Let's be really quiet. I feel a little bit suspicious about this. Okay, so we've got electrical field here, which is not very good. So if we just jump up here a second.
Wait.
You stay there, you go back to work. I'm going to look ahead, and hopefully you get the fudge out of here. Ooh. Right, so we've got a slig, which is obviously really, really sucky. But there is actually none of those little red drone things around, so we might actually be able to get this dude out of here. Now, if his friend sees him getting taken over, he might shoot him, actually. As you can see there, lots, which kind of sucks. But we can still use this to our advantage and take the other dude down as well. So that was kind of successful, don't you think? Resourcefulness for the win, I guess? Right, so what we do now is we can actually open this lever for myself. Excellent. And then finally, we can get this dude destroyed. Dead. And now my friend, who is just busy working just over yonder.
Oh, yes. Follow me.
Take him over to the portal, get him out of here. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm not entirely sure. Abe, stop it. It seems I can, if you hold the champ buttons while you're in mid-fall, he can do, I want to try that again, that was kind of weird. Let's see if we do that again. No, it's not working again. That was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. Let's see what's over here, though. Let's see what we can find. Ah, a rolly segment. Through the ventilation shaft we go, minions. The smell of searing flesh was nothing like the sweet, familiar aroma of his favourite tasty treats. Oh, mudokon pops, which obviously isn't his favourite tasty treat. Right, it seems that we have a slig here. So, how could we go about this? What if we roll? Right. Now, one thing you can actually do is hide in the shadows. I don't know if this is classed as shadows. Be careful. Okay, so I think it's sonic impression time now. There we go, that was quite close. Now, one thing we need to be careful of as well is can sligs actually see us? Wait a minute, what about the smoke? Wait, you can crawl while sneaking? You couldn't do that originally. Ah! You hide in steam now. That's kind of interesting. What do you think to that? Originally it was just shadows. But now it's this. I mean, what if I try and chant this dude? Let's just go over here a second. I don't know if his friends are going to come try and help him. Nope, doesn't look like it. And then Kapooey. Chunky meats of goodness everywhere. I mean, we're actually doing butcher farms a favor. We're actually making them the meat products that they need. Oh, look at that guy's got a little soapiness to him.
Hey there. Hello, follow me. Okay.
This way, fellow friend. And now we can also sneak with them as well, don't forget. So let's move them possibly into the shadows. What if we keep them in the smoke for now, actually?
Hold up.
If he stays here for now, let's just keep going for a second. Might actually find something else. Ooh. Okay, this isn't good. 2 smokes? Ah. And that is why. Okay. We need to try and do this slowly, sneakily, and calmly. What about now? Ooh. Right, this is our moment. So if we can actually go up to the top there, we might be able to mindjack this dude, clear the area, get my friends, and hopefully not get a popsicle shoved in my butt. I mean, that poster was grim. And then pop. Okay, that was close. So let's get my chum here, who obviously isn't my chum. He's actually my foe, my victim. But thank you, Annie, for contributing your mind to me. And it seems there are no other slicks around, so if we pop this dude now. Awesome. We can now get my 2 little friends out of here too. So actually, what if I press this? I assume it's to do with that little lever thing. Yeah, that's not good. We should probably not use that. So, if I get my chum here.
Follow me.
Come, my chum, let's go get your brother. I assume he's your brother. I mean, you're all basically brothers from another mother. Which is actually true because there is actually a Mudokon queen. So in a way, that's honest, don't you think? Where did that actually do go? Oh, he's in the smoke, isn't he? See, that's how good they are at been hiding in the smoke.
Follow me.
Everybody just come this way, please. I need you to get the fudge out of here so I can move on with my adventure. And freedom. There were 3 of them? Oh, so there was one actually hiding in the smoke again. Remember that, minions? They're actually free hiding in that little area. Right, and then there is actually another dude. Oh, no. Minions, it seems that we actually have some ticking time bomb mine things, but you can actually deactivate these with your hands, but we'll do this in the next video. Hope you've enjoyed this one. It's been really, really awesome. Our first look at Oddworld, new and freaking tasty. It's been me, Noir Proxy, though, and I'd love to know in the comment section below what you think of this game so far. But as always, ciao.